Life's a trip. Virgin turning 17 and finally got some hips. No Life Jennings, Joe? I said No Life Jennings.
Welcome to the world. S-E-X. Daddy might go crazy when he find out that his baby's down with S-E-X.
Not my baby having this.
Not my baby having the sex stuff. I'm gonna have a drink. On an empty stomach at that. Vodka at that. Like, arg, matey.
That's how your stomach going sound.
Row. Life's a trip. Virgin turning 17 and finally got some hips. Woo! Oh. Welcome to the real world. What, the vodkas? Look, my stomach already. Soon as it hit, when I say empty, my stomach is on complete emptiness. Let me double check. Well, triple check. Yeah, we recording.
It's been recording this whole time.
Last 3.5 minutes.
I don't find women comedians funny.
You said what?
I don't find women comedians funny. There's only so many period jokes, and you know,
and equality jokes that you can give a laugh to.
Women can't rap.
We about to get canceled. You know what else they can't do? Change the top side.
Hey yo, whole time that shit be like live.
What all them hearts? Oh,
Like, what? They ain't hearts, them angry faces. What is your favorite thing about the opposite sex?
like physically or just in general?
Just in general. Yeah.
So this is gonna sound weird. So I joke with a lot of people, because I'm a funny guy. So I joke with a lot of people that I don't find women comedians funny. But like I love don't cancel me. I mean, like, I don't find like Tiffany Haddish and stuff funny, but like I like women's sense of humor only because it's different than ours. Because I feel like I can have a caveman sense of humor, like farts are funny and shit like that, and women have like a different sense of humor, so I like that. And then I just like being around women sometimes, like not even on no sexual shit. It could be like my female friends or like my sister or my mom and my grandmother. It's a different kind of energy. I don't want to say like feminine energy, but I don't know. I always feel welcomed and taken care of when I'm around women, especially black women. You know, so I love that comfortability that I have in women, or at least the women I keep in my life.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Physically, ass. I'm gonna be real. Like, I love that nice ass, bro.
I ain't mad at it. For me, I would say, so yeah, I love the vibe of, like, one of the things I look for is a sense of humor in a woman. But about it, I love the vibe of like a you know, it's just a different aura when it's a chick who knows she's goofy and don't care. Because you know how some women get caught up in that, like, what people think about me. So they kind of, it's a certain uptightness that comes with that. But when you have a chick that's just like, this is what you're going to get. I'm going to make noises or I'm going to make jokes. And I can respect it. It's funny. It's cute. Physically, I would say what you said is definitely, that's top tier.
Oh yeah, if I'm being a horn dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely top tier. But I like, let me see if I can articulate this correctly. I don't want to say I like femininity or feminine energy, but I like a woman, maybe it's the confidence in her feminine energy. Just something about certain things like the toes being done with the anklet and the, you know, walking around the house. I don't know, it's just a certain vibe of her knowing she looked cute in whatever she's looking cute in. Whether it's she's done up and she's dressed and you know she's going out and it's that look, or she's just around the house in some booty shorts and, you know, what is it, a little cami or whatever they call, and her toes is out and her toes are done and she knows she look cute right there too, and she look up at you. It's just something about whatever that is, I like it. Like
well, I feel like we've had this conversation before. Like we'd be on the phone and one of us would be like, "Dag, I feel like being just around some chicks," and it's not even a sexual thing.
Yeah,
you just want to be around that
energy.
Yeah,
that's matching. It does something with your masculine energy.
Yeah,
it's like both of them bringing out. It's like peanut butter and jelly together.
Yeah.
Like, no one wants a peanut butter sandwich. No one wants it. Definitely don't.
Yo,
want
a jelly sandwich is crazy. Yo, if you eat a jelly sandwich, you a dirtball. Yo,
you put them mother together, and it's just like, ooh,
top tier, bro.
Wee. Because I don't honestly. I know this is a segue, and I don't care how wealthy I get. I'ma always love me a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
My bread might be different. It might be.
It might
some
be
fancy
artesian.
Yeah, word up.
Fresh out the oven. I might have a personal chef baking the bread.
Yeah,
but best believe I'ma always enjoy me.
It might not be Smuckers no more. It might be marmalade now.
Yeah, it's you know them small jars. It'd be like black
preserves.
It's good. It's gonna be something fancy, but
the idea is there.
Yeah, the idea is still the same, and that's it's something about just being around it and y'all vibing. I like that. Whatever that moment is, I rocks with it. Like when she smells, like when both of y'all are on your A game. You know, you got your smell good on, she got her smell good on, and she's all soft. And it, like you said, it's nothing sexual, because you ain't even gotta. It don't have to go there. It's just the vibe of, like, you know, and intimacy. It's a level of intimacy where it's not physical. It's not even. It doesn't even, like I said, don't have to lead to nothing physical. But it's the fact of, like, her aura mixed with yours. That right there, I love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I love that. It's something about it. Like, you know, whether she's over your place or you over hers, and you see her walking to get something, and you just looking like, like, she looking cute. It's something about it. Yeah.
You might do this TikTok dance with me, and you're like, nah.
Like, that's a little corny, but
yeah,
you're cute for asking.
Yeah, word up. I'll watch you do it and laugh.
Like, you're cute for asking.
Word up.
All right, so next question. What is the most embarrassing thing, or have you been embarrassed around the opposite sex?
Yes, I've been embarrassed by the opposite sex. Yo, I will
That
never
one's
forget
never
this.
fun.
It's not. So I will never forget this as long as I live. And
You tried pushing up on a girl at a party and she looked at you. She looked
yo,
at you.
it was even worse. Like, so you know how there's the saying, "Oh, the worst she can say, or the worst they
no.
can say." It's worse things than that.
It definitely is. And here the crazy part is women usually say it because guys know not to say that to each other. I would never tell one of my guy homeboys who were lacking confidence, the worst thing she can say is no.
And you know what's crazy? It was a chick that put me in that situation. It was my
Yep.
homegirl in
It's
high school that put me in that situation.
It is
yo.
always a woman that tells you that load of crap and you fall for it,
I did.
and it's instantaneous regret.
I did. Yo, I'm gonna tell y'all the story. And it was so bad that my homeboy's mom had to cheer me up. So
Because she probably did it to somebody.
she probably did. So back in the day, I went to private school, right? And I was on the choir. So, you know, sometimes they do. Matter of fact, it wasn't even high school. I was in middle school because I didn't have braids yet. But I had, you know, the little Nutty Professor Patty. And back then, the Nutty Professor was the thing. I ain't had no facial hair. I was the fat kid, you know.
I was the fat, funny kid in elementary school.
See, I wasn't even funny. I was just fat.
That's actually my embarrassing moment. Go ahead.
So we were out on like one of these choir trips, and I'm not gonna say her name, but I had a homegirl back then, and she was like the homie, and she was like, "Hey, you need to holler at some of these girls at this little event. You're never gonna see these chicks again." Da 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 da. I had to be in like 8th grade maybe, so I got hyped up, saw this chick by herself. I didn't have enough confidence to walk up to somebody in a group. She was by herself. So I walked up. I was like, "Hey, my name's Quinn." Da 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 da. This bitch. I'm glad I'm not one of them red pill niggas. She was like, "Ew, no, don't even start." And I was like, "Huh?" And like, ladies, it's already over. Like, you said, you called me ugly. It's done. You didn't have to get progressively louder and louder. And embarrassed the shit. Embarrassed the shit. She was like, "You don't got no shape up." Da 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 da. So on the bus, I'm in the back of the bus. Everybody's
cool,
laughing.
because she probably single with kids.
Hey, he's
My
trying to
bad.
get us. He's trying
My
to get us
bad.
canceled.
It's the vodka. It's the Tito's.
But
Continue.
like everybody was laughing, and I remember being on the bus super sad, and we were like mad far. So it was a 3-hour bus ride. So people were talking about it on the bus, and like my man's mom was one of the chaperones, and she was in the back of the bus like, "Hey, don't worry about it. You know, you're never gonna see her again." Da 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 da. And then she was like, "Are you trying to fuck?" And I was like, "Miss Jones." No, that didn't happen. But no, she was in the back of the bus just telling me like, you know, it's not worth it. You know, you're never gonna see her again. But I was embarrassed as shit. Cause I said, "Hi, my name's Quinn," and she said, "Ew."
It sits with you. The difference is, for guys, we gotta shrug it off, and at least those of us who know, you know, you can't dwell on it.
And I didn't, and I rarely think about it. It's just at the time, or sometimes I do think about it, like, damn, she said ew.
Yeah.
And then hope she becomes a fan when niggas get big.
I feel like if women got 10% of the rejection that we got,
yo, ew is crazy.
y'all would never, because you know how you ever see, I've seen that post before where it'd be like, "Oh, I slid in this dude DMs and I will never do it again."
Mm-hmm.
And whole time it's not even anywhere near the type of rejection that we've gotten. But yeah, that was my villain origin story. I can't even say my villain origin story, but all right, so in this era of my life, I'm big on fitness. What a lot of people don't know, from elementary school to about middle school, like 7th grade, I was fat. I wasn't like, there's people who are heavy, big, and you can't tell because they don't sound like it. But I was that fat kid who I had the titties, the gut, and I had the sweats. Like, it didn't help.
I was never a sweaty.
Yeah, I still sweat easily. But I will never forget. This was before I was in homeschool. This was like maybe second grade. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to say first or second grade. And it was this girl who I really liked. And we sat by each other. She used my crayons. We had the class that we were in order, the way the teacher did it, we had this laminated card where at the start of our class period, we had to put it in this little slot. And if you forgot to put it in the slot, you couldn't do certain things at recess. So it was kind of like teaching you, responsibility or whatever. That's wild. I missed it a couple times. She missed it a couple times. And we started reminding each other. Like, that was our little thing. And we would color together. Aww. So in my mind, we went together. Like, that's where it was going. Like, And I noticed, because at that age, you don't know the ins and outs. So in my mind, it was, this is fitting to be my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, it just was, I enjoyed it because it was like, okay, we slept on our little nap. You know how you had the little rug? You slept on our little nap rugs together, and we did certain things together. She would hold my hand. So I'm thinking, like, I got it made in the shade. And it wasn't until one day I came in early, and I was helping my teacher with something, and I was on the other side of the cubby, and I was fixing whatever I was helping out with, and she didn't know I was there. And she was talking to another girl, and the girl was like, where's that boy? And she was like, who? She was like, Anthony. Where's that boy? But then, they called me Anthony. She was like, where that boy? She was like, who? She was like, Anthony. She's like, your little boyfriend. And she's like, nah, that's just my fat funny friend. When I tell you you know how on GTA, when the cops catch you, it's like, wasted. When I tell you I was so hurt, I did not want to come from behind when I tell you, at that time, I'd never felt hurt before like that. It took everything. Like, the teacher had to come to the back and was like, are you okay? Because, like, I was sitting there and I just was like, my whole world just crashed. I was like that Neil deGrasse, that little gif where he's like, bruh.
Mr. Krabs meme.
Yeah, I was hurt.
Damn.
I was hurt. But I mentioned the whole fitness thing because now it's an accumulation of, because from that period, you can't find pictures of me because I was conscious about my weight. Mm-hmm. So there's a gap of like toddler me photos, and then there's a gap where you might catch like maybe a handful of pictures, and then boom, I lose weight in high school. I slim down, and then that's it. Because I started taking sports serious, and I lost the weight. But yeah, that was one of the things where till this day, when I'm at the gym, if I need motivation, I'm your fat funny friend, huh? I be saying it in my head. I mean, it's just like, I'm your fat funny friend. Huh? If I gotta get that last,
that little
yeah, man, it hurt like that. Whoo, when I tell you, it hurt. It was to the point when I finally did get to the table and I sat down. I didn't want to look at her, and the little hussy had the nerve to want to use my crayons. Yeah.
See, at least you had the opportunity to say no. The girl that said ill to me, I don't like.
But see,
I wanted my get back.
They both come with, because at least I could say at least you never saw her again.
Yeah,
I had to
that's true.
sit next to that heifer for the rest of the school year. And then when she did get a boyfriend, I was sitting there just like, now she using, because I got crayons and this little nigga, he got coloring pencils.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know,
yeah.
he fancier. Like little whore, like little whore.
Little whore.
Yeah, I was a little hurt. So yeah, that was probably my most. Even, and the crazy part is, nobody saw me, so I didn't have to be embarrassed. But that was like the shot of, because it was like a, damn. Like, that's all I am to you?
Yeah.
Like, nothing more?
Oh, no,
Like, when
that
you,
shit was in front of people.
yeah, when you think you got a friend and you don't. Because I remember the teacher came back and I must have looked like I was about to cry.
Your eyes get all misty.
Yeah, she was like, Anthony, what's wrong?
Right.
And I didn't want to say nothing. Like, I didn't tell her what it was, like what
Yeah.
happened. But she gave me a hug, and I just felt like,
Yeah.
like, damn.
It be like that, yo.
Yep.
Ew.
And it's, so what's funny is, you know, I've seen or I've heard women say how we as men hold on to, like, our villain origin story was from heartbreak in elementary school or middle school, and how it's, they look at it as if it's not as significant as how we take it. What you have to understand is, as a grown woman, you slide in a man's DM, like women, and I'm a firm believer in this. You can cancel me if you want, but we take rejection better. I'm a firm believer that men take rejection better.
Except for them nutsos that be.
Well,
yeah.
I'm not saying that there are guys that don't. That's a whole nother topic, and we can talk about it. We can talk about why they are the way they are. But those of us who are mature enough, I feel like we take rejection better, because I have female friends who I tell all the time, shoot your shot, because y'all have the power, so shoot your shot. And they'll shoot their shot, and that one time where he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I got a girlfriend, I will never shoot my shot again. That was easy. Like, are you serious? You've never, like, until you walk up to a woman while she's with her other friends and her friends is talking shit, and you gotta wade all of that. You gotta keep your confidence, ignore all of the naysayers that are around her, have the confidence enough to try and say something clever or funny. Like, it's a lot that goes into it. So, yeah, like, at that time, it hurt. But guess what? I didn't, remain bitter. I still use it now because it's a good source of motivation. But I don't hate women because of it. Or I don't, I'm never gonna color with I wish a chick would ask me to color with her. Like, oh, you want to color?
Like,
We can color.
I feel like that made me have more confidence. Like, I don't get embarrassed easily no more. And now I'm funny, because now it's like, all right, what's the worst you can say? Oh, he's fat. Like, I will flame you up. Like, I will burn you to the ground. And now everybody's laughing at you. So
Exactly.
that's how I took out of my embarrassment.
Yeah.
Like I don't get embarrassed easily now.
I've gotten all of the big head, big nose. When I was chunky, I got the fat jokes. I've gotten all of the type of jokes. So I got time for you. Like now, that's why when the two of us, not even talking about our whole clique of friends, the two of us, like we got jokes for days. We can hang with the best of them because we've heard the worst.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nothing. It's nothing you can do with me now.
Yeah.
Because like when my students be coming for me and they think they got a joke, and I'm like, that's it. Like, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
You sure?
Cause now we're gonna fight. Cause I'm about to fire your ass.
Yeah.
Up.
Cause see what I'm gonna say gonna hurt your feelings.
Yep.
And you gonna want to call your mother.
Yep.
You gonna want to call your dad if he's around. See,
Yep.
like you see, it comes so easy.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, like that one hurt. Off the top of my head, I'm trying to think of something more recent because I'm sure I have something more recent, like college or something. But
yeah, I can't think of anything in college.
yeah, that was probably. Yeah, because by the time I got to college, I ain't really good.
Yeah.
Two fucks.
Like you trip or fall in front of some chick.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, that's the one thing. It can be a gift and a curse, because you can ask him. I really don't embarrass easy now.
Me either.
I'm that friend who I will do. He knows I will do karaoke sober. You know how some people got to get drunk and they got to get, intoxicated and high to do certain things. It's certain things where if I'm in the mood, all right, boom, let's roll. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, and it be times where we be out and we'll push each other. We'll put each other in certain situations where we're setting each other up. It is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So